What's going on, everybody? Here is a discussion I have for us today. Now, obviously, the Eagles training camp has kicked off. Huge news. We just won the Super Bowl. I mean, really, they come back in. They're ready to go. They're starting to get going here for the start of the next season to try and defend their title. That's huge. On the other hand, we have a Philadelphia Phillies team that is in first place in their division, second youngest in the MLB, beating the Dodgers 2 out of 3. I mean, they're serious. They're as serious as get to the playoffs. If you think this Phillies team has what it takes to compete with the Red Sox, with the Yankees, with the Astros, I think you're, obviously a little too far ahead. But regardless, the thing is, the big news is the Eagles. What's more important to you right now? What's the most important thing? Is it the Eagles training camp? Is that really what gets you going right now, today on July 26th? Is that what is getting you going as a Philadelphia sports fan? Or is it this Phillies team? Because the Phillies team is kind of getting just swept right under. It's like, okay, yeah, great, the Phillies are in first place, they're doing their thing. Eagles! It's Eagles training camp! And that is taking all the headlines. Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, Doug Peterson, the Super Bowl champions are now getting ready to go after their season. But take a deep breath and look around, fellas. It's training camp. It's July 26th. While your Philadelphia Phillies playing in the best, toughest stretch of their season, first place in the division. What's more important? I mean, we get it. That comes with the nature of the beast. The Eagles are the best. The Eagles is the top of Philadelphia sports, and winning it is huge. But even if they didn't win it last year, they'd still be they'd be talked about more if they didn't win it last year, in my opinion. So what is honestly more important to you? Is it this Philly stretch, or is it Eagles starting the training camp? Normally, I will say, normally, to me, I'm all Eagles. I'm all dialed in. But this Phillies team is super special, and people are just not getting behind them. Not only are they not getting behind him, even if the team was, 2008, 2009, 2010 Phillies, the Eagles starting training camp would still be absolutely huge because the Eagles run the city. But I feel bad for the Phils. I do. I feel bad for them. They should be talked about more. No doubt. In Philadelphia sports media, this Phillies team should be talked about more. Now, is it because we haven't made a splash? Is it because, if we landed Manny Machado, would there be more juice, some more fire behind this Phillies team and what they're doing? You have to think so. And even if we do go out and get a guy at this point, which we should, it's not a huge name splash. The common baseball fan probably doesn't know who Escobar is. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, that wouldn't push it over the edge. But it was a good topic of discussion today on sports radio on what is really the most important thing right now to this date. Is it the Dodgers and Phillies series where the Phillies just took 2 or 3 from the best team in the NL? Is it the fact that the Phillies have to go up against the Reds in a series before they attack Boston and having to see Boston twice and this team is in first place? Or is it that training camp started with the Eagles? Now, I don't want to downplay the Eagles either. I mean, let's go now, boys. They're the top of the top and they just came off a championship. But it's training camp. It's training camp. Our Phillies are in a battle for first place to attempt the unthinkable of actually landing a spot in the playoffs, winning the division. Doing something that no one expected them to do this season. Make the playoffs. And let's be real. People could have assumed we'd make the playoffs. But having a chance to win the division, totally different ballgame. Totally different ballgame. So I'm just interested to see how other people think. I mean, for my answer, I get both sides. I do. Football's football. And it's the Birds. And I get that. But at the same time, I am invested in this Phillies team. More than I've ever been in my life. That's the truth. I really am And it could come because of the fact that I report on them every single day after every single game. So I feel really, really attached to them. I don't know, man. To me, this stretch of the Phillies might be a little bit more intriguing to me than who's playing in certain spots the first day of training camp. Maybe as we get into August, things will change because it's getting closer. But at the same time, things are only getting tighter for the Phils. I don't know. I just feel like the Phillies are getting, that just pushed away, pushed aside. Move it along. Move along. Because the top dogs are coming to town. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. I do see both sides. Just curious to see how everyone thinks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I will see you next time.